Okay, guys, we have a new story here, and to be honest, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about this. I really don't know. So, we all know, guys, that Doom is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 10th, which is pretty close. Not too far away from that, only less than a month now. And obviously, we all know there's going to be some limitations from the frame rate to the graphics and the adaptive resolutions and all that stuff. I'm okay with that. I'm fine. But I'm reading this article here, and they're saying some stuff here that I'm not sure how I feel about. I mean, it's kind of a bad thing to say that when a developer calls developing on the Nintendo Switch hard, wicked hard. That's the way he describes development for this game on the Switch. He says, on hardware, it's very important to us that we spend a lot of time to make sure the game feels like Doom. So he's saying here that working on the Nintendo Switch, and obviously with the hardware limitations and the compromises, to make sure it still feels like Doom. I mean, this is not the best thing to hear. This really is not the best thing to hear because a lot of developers like EA, and there's so many out there, Ubisoft, are kind of lazy. And not only lazy, but they're very tentative. They don't want to produce games for a console unless they know they're going to make money. So when the Doom developer claims that it's very hard to develop, I obviously I don't think he really means it like that. I think he's just referring to the gameplay mode in Doom, which there's a very, very wickedly hard mode on Doom. So I think he's referring to that. But still, it does seem like a lot of work is going into this game to make sure it runs on the Nintendo Switch well. I mean, how do you react to that? Because the truth is, like I just said before, a lot of developers probably won't put in that time for the Nintendo Switch, which is going to lead to either two things. FIFA 17, which looks like a PS2 game, is missing all the online features, missing the Ultimate Team thing, or option 2, you just simply do not get the game on the console at all. And one fantastic example of that, let me think. I mean, for example, Assassin's Creed, the Egyptian one, we're just plain not getting it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish this wasn't the case. Why can't we live in a perfect world where Nintendo just makes a fucking powerhouse console with a beautiful graphics, amazing architecture, third-party support? I mean, why can't we live in that world? But the truth is, we just don't. So, I don't like hearing this type of thing. The Nintendo Switch should be easy to develop for, and I think this may hurt Nintendo. This is going to hurt Nintendo, and it's frustrating because I wish we lived in the perfect world. We don't live there yet, man. We really don't live there, but I do think the Nintendo Switch is a step in the right direction. Although they're saying it's hard here, although they're complaining about the graphics, although not directly here, I do think they're kind of complaining that the architecture is kind of weak. I do think the Nintendo Switch is obviously it's a step in the right direction. I do think Nintendo is going to get unparalleled third-party support compared to any console since the SNES days when Nintendo was king. So I do think Nintendo Switch is going to be a success. I do think this game is going to sell at least 1 million copies. I do think they're going to make their production budget back here, but I just do not like hearing this type of thing because during the Wii, this is all I would keep hearing, how much of a challenge it was for developers to put their games on Nintendo's console for whatever reason, from power to architecture to Nintendo and their crazy rules with the DLCs and updates. I remember how it was on the Wii U. You had to submit this bullshit and it took weeks to approve the DLC and all that stuff. So, I don't like hearing this. I truly don't like hearing this, but still I do think it's okay. It's okay. I do think, hopefully Nintendo in the future can improve on this issue, but they've made big steps. You have to give them credit for that. They've definitely made progress on this issue. So overall, guys, let me know down below what you think about this. I'm going to have an Amazon link down below if you want to go purchase Doom for Switch. It's going to be awesome. It really is. I may even buy it. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe and like for daily news content and reviews. Really hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know down below what you think about this. Thank you and bye.